Greetings, Mr. Dwarf. It is I, your friend Prince Chinil from India. And recently I've had a bit of a surplus of animals in my private menagerie. And then I remembered your private zoo, so I thought maybe I could help you out and send some animals there. Be a bit more specific, we got 2 trained elephants needing a new home, a pair of tiger, and as well as some peafowl that we can send over. So I will be sending them over to South Africa now, and I'm sure the guests at the zoo would love to see these new animals. Hello everyone, it's Mealie, and welcome back to Klein Tuin Zoo, my little early 20th century zoo we're building here in Planet Zoo, of course. And I don't know if you remember, if you watched last episode, I left you off this little construction site, and as you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title and even the intro of this video, I'm building an exhibit for elephants. And yeah, it's not actually going to be in this construction site. I kind of misestimated. I want to build the elephant house over here, and I want to leave the space for something else in the future. So I kind of misestimated, but it's no big deal. That's Victorian magic right there. You know, you have a construction site here, and all of a sudden the building emerges in this area. No big deal. That's how we did things in the early 20th century. But yeah, as you could probably tell by the intro, the zoo's getting a big shipment of Indian animals, including some tigers, some peafowl, and of course some Asian elephants that will be used for elephant rides. So yeah, I'll get work in developing this area a little bit. So area for the elephants, as well as this garden area over here. Maybe even I might have to actually move some of these trees a little bit there. And these trees actually, I think they're due to grow up because we planted them quite a few years back. So maybe I can put a bigger tree in place for them now. Show that progressive tree growth this series has. But anyway, before we focus on any of the Indian animals, I do have something to show you over here. So this is our holding pen. So any animals coming through the zoo, like either moving somewhere else from Africa, being shipped to Europe or the US, they might stop in the zoo temporarily for like a month or two, and so the guests can see them and then they go back on their way. So previously this exhibit did hold a family of ostriches, but yeah, I think we send the baby off to another farm and that, so we move the parents back in with the zebras. And now we have a hippo in place, or as it's called in Afrikaans, a seerkooi, meaning sea cow. Although in English, a sea cow is something very different. That's manatees and dugong. So, yep, the fun with languages, of course. And to prepare the hippo for this exhibit, we've made a few adjustments. So, I've put a bunch of logs along here, just kind of buried in the ground, acts as a second barrier, so the hippo won't come charging through, because it could probably break through this wire fence. So, you know, you kind of have a double barrier. So this wire fence kind of keeps the guests out, and this wooden barrier kind of keeps the hippo in. Yeah, and I also made this little pool over here. It's quite a shallow pool. I don't even think it counts with the water requirement of the hippo. Like, let me show you. I can try and get him in here. And let's see. Yeah, quite shallow for the hippo, but he can bath in the pool if he wants to. And this is just a temporary thing because the hippo's he's just temporarily visiting, or he's supposed to be temporarily visiting anyway. And as you can see, the floor is kind of made out of these fabrics from the Arctic pack, these Arctic decorative fabrics, and I just recolored them. And the whole floor is lined like that, so if I remove the water, although I can't put it back because now the hippo's in here, you can see the entire thing is all tops. So yeah, this is supposed to look like a top, so it kind of keeps the water in. And I got this idea from Ipsen and his Dharmashati Zoo, which you should see if you haven't. In there he used tarps for his pygmy hippos, only that exhibit's like that pool's way bigger, and I don't know, the pool actually has filtration. You know, it's a modern day zoo. This is Victorian zoo. Filters, you don't get filters for the pools now, so the water just kind of sits and gets dirty and has algae and stuff. Yeah, also put some more what's this, wooden posts around the trees to kind of protect them from hippo. And I built in this new shelter over here, so for the hippo to sleep, so staff can come through here. We have big doors, we have a big gate, and look, the big guy on cue is coming inside to sleep. Yeah, staff door to go outside here, and then staff can also close his doors to keep the hippo inside. Yeah, and even if this is just temporarily for a hippo, the shelter does allow like other big animals. So if the zoo gets a rhino coming through, or even a Cape buffaloes coming through, then the zoo can house them nicely. Yeah, we even have this pool, so Cape buffaloes, they might like some water, and then we can do that there. So yeah, that's kind of our temporary hippo setup. Later down the line, zoo's timeline, we'll get like a more suitable hippo exhibit. But anyway, onwards with the elephant exhibit. Okay everyone, we're back, and before I show off the elephants, we got two new kitties to show off. Like I said last episode, the pair of lionesses in here have moved on to another facility, and with the elephants from India came a pair of Bengal tigers. So I've got one over here, and the other one is out here. If you want to see how I did the interior of this place, you can watch last episode. This isn't a lion house anymore. I guess this is a big cat house now, because it's not just lions anymore. Got our lions on the left and our tigers to the right, which is quite cool. Again, like the lions, I haven't seen them climb up these climbing frames, but it's fine. They move back and forth between these rooms. So yeah, again, and before we check out the elephants, I'll show you our peafowl. So before we had our peafowl and our waterfowl exhibit here with their 3 chicks, but then we also got a few more peafowl with our elephants. And what I decided to do is turn this flower garden into a peafowl exhibit over here. So we've got a peahen and a peacock, and I believe there's another peahen somewhere around here. So it kind of looks like they're free roaming. The idea is that they can walk anywhere, but of course this game doesn't have free roaming animals, so this is all just null barrier around it. That of course won't keep them in, and the way I kept them in is using this elephant grass over here. So if you take this elephant grass stand and sink it in just below the ground, it creates like a little barrier, an invisible barrier that the animals, or at least the peafowl, can't cross. So if you select one of them, check the reversible area, you can see that they can't escape here, and then this entire thing is the exhibit. So that's pretty cool. I initially tried it with the, I don't think it works with the 4-meter elephant grass, like this little strip. I tried it with this, but I don't think it works. I think it only works with the stand. So. And of course, for the habitat gate, I sunk a habitat gate somewhere over here. Yeah, over here. This, as you can see, there's a habitat gate sunken into the ground and hidden away. Is that a llama? Okay, I think that was a llama. And also I put some peafowl in some of the exhibits because they would free roam and then sometimes wander into the exhibits. We have a peahen with the hippo, and it's charging. Are you gonna go in? Oh, it's not going to. Looks like he was going to go to water. But anyway, and then we have a peahen with the sable. Yeah, there she is. And then I have another massive free roaming peafowl area over here. So this entire field I turn into an exhibit. From the bandstand to this whole field, they free roam. I just hit a gate somewhere in one of these planters, and of course elephant grass to stop them from escaping. It's really cool. And I was going to do up this pathway over here, but I figured I'll maybe leave it for when I actually build exhibits on this area. Then I'll do like make the pathway all fancy. But now, yeah, that's what it is. And anyway, is the elephant exhibit, the reason why you clicked on this video. And First of all, I want to say, earlier I know I said I was going to build the elephant exhibit over here and not actually over here, but the plans changed. The elephants are very fussy in this game. It's really weird how the hitboxes work, so they can only actually fit through this door if it's at a certain angle. If it's a reversible area, you can see it can go through that door, but if I rotated it so it was parallel to this line over here, they couldn't go through the door. It's something that happened to me with the camels. Like, in a test world, I built these stables where the camels could go in, and then I put them in, and I rotated them, and now the camels... Yeah, more to you too, mister. Can't go in, but if you rotate that, they would fit in. It's really weird how hitboxes work in this game. But yeah, it is what it is, so I had to change my plans and put it initially where the construction site was. So anyway, let's check out the elephant exhibit. First of all, I have this elevated viewing here. I figured the soil, like they would have used terrain to lift this up, and this would probably have come from terrain from the pool and leftover soil from this bandstand, because this is like a pretty big excavation, so there would be a lot of soil, which I tried and represent over here, having a big mound of soil in that was moved from here to there, and then some of it was used here to create this raised platform. And I figured this might be like a little, it can work as a viewing area for the elephants, or maybe even a venue, because we have this little mini gazebo. So I guess if you want a wedding or something, you can kind of, you know, bring chairs out here, have the bride and groom stand over here, and then have your wedding service right next to the elephants. I guess that is if you don't mind the smell, because elephant exhibits they often have this farm smell, you know, there's so much poop. Yeah, these elephants have been pooping one way, and I don't know how they produce so much dung, because I'm not even feeding them, they're just machines creating matter from nothing. And since I don't have a proper path system in the zoo, no keeper can come in and clean up, fortunately. Yeah. And later on I will add some exhibits over here so you can watch them. So yeah, if you're fine with the smell of elephant, then I guess you can have your wedding here, and after you get married you might even be able to go on a romantic ride on one of the elephants, because we do have elephant rides. There's a ride station on the other side there, which I'll show in a little bit. But first, let's check out the building. So this building is based on the old stone elephant house in Johannesburg Zoo. It still exists to this day, but currently doesn't hold any elephants. It's a party venue. And so yeah, I had to change the proportion a little bit so they match it's a little easier to match the building pieces in Planet Zoo, and so the elephants can fit through these doors. And again, it only works at a certain angle. The elephants actually can come through this door if they have to, so in the future, if I release the world download and you want to use this, and you want to incorporate this door into the exhibit, then the elephants can fit through there. It's the same size as this door pretty much. So yeah, this building, it's pretty much the exterior and this pond that matches the elephant exhibit. The outside over here, I that's like my own idea, because if you look at pictures of the elephant exhibit, I'll probably put some on screen now. As you can see, like where this pool is, there's one picture I saw, they kind of have a retaining wall like this, but then there's also a staircase that goes up and goes through the rest of the zoo, and there's nothing stopping the elephants from going through there. And I've seen some other pictures of elephants in fields, and my guess is because those elephants at Johannesburg Zoo were much tamed elephants, trained elephants from Asia, that you just need someone watching over them, and it would be fine to just let them free roam, because they should be because Asian elephants are pretty docile compared to African elephants, and if you train them, then I guess they're pretty controllable as well. And these elephants in the zoo here would also be trained, because like I said, you can use them for rides and that. So yeah, and then the interior of this exhibit also is pretty much guesswork by myself, because like I said, nowadays it's a party venue, and So yeah, we just have this area for them to sleep in, this little section where we can quarantine them off if like one of them is sick, or maybe maybe the female's giving birth, so we can keep her separated from the male. And over here we just have some staff stuff, so we have some bags of food, a wheelbarrow, and some blankets, because you probably drape that over the back of the elephant. Ooh, sticking your head through the fence, I see. Put it on the back of the elephant, and then you'd put the seats that the guests sit on for the elephant rides. Yeah, and just modern times, this backstage of this elephant exhibit also has a bunch of seats around it, and this pond is a koi pond, so that this outside area also kind of extends as part of the venue area. Yeah, but now it's the olden time, so it's still an elephant exhibit. And over here we have another gate so that the elephants can kind of come out back here. And these smaller kind of gates kind of just act as windows, because the elephants cannot fit through there. And maybe, and like, yeah, it's a staff door that staff can go through. So yeah, anyway, back here we have a shed to store some of the hay, some food, as well as the seats that go on the elephant. So these are supposed to be seats and like some straps and some ropes to tie the elephants down. And over here, of course, is the ride station I mentioned earlier. So this is based on a ride station, a picture I saw of one that used to exist at Mitchell's Park Zoo. I'll put the picture on screen now. And yeah, it's just a simple wooden frame. Guests can climb up here, and then they hop on a seat on the elephant on either side. And you'll have a handler riding the elephant, and he'll kind of make the elephant go around this way, go through the gates, and then make his way up this path, maybe up here, down the main road, maybe around the bandstand, and then back down this way into the ride station. And probably find that even the other animal rides, like the camels and the horses and whatnot, will do the same kind of circuit around the bandstand and back to the station. So, and also have some planters and some gates, just to kind of stop guests from like running in here, because running into an elephant might be a little dangerous, and kind of stop guests from going to this backstage area. Of course, no modern zoo no modern zoo in South Africa has elephant rides anymore, because it's some places they don't like treat the elephants well when they train them, and then also I read that it's damaging to the elephant's back to ride on them. So yeah, fun fact, Johannesburg Zoo used to have elephant rides up until the 60s, when one of the elephants actually went a little bit crazy and then ran off with a bunch of kids. So I'm sure they got the children back and the elephant. But yeah, after that they decided maybe it wasn't so safe to have children riding a massive land mammal. And then from there they kept the other rides, camel rides, donkey rides and whatnot, until the 90s, when animal rides were completely wiped from the zoo. But now, since it's early 20th century, we have elephant rides. Also neatened up the plantings on this by the gazebo. Now I have these nice brick borders. It looks a little bit neater. I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait. Also had some tree growth. Like I said, tree growth in this series will be a little progressive. Maybe next episode will be even a little bit bigger. And I almost forgot to show you this cool archway I did here, coming from the original exhibit I based this on. So these are made using recolored girder pieces, and I just used the circle method, rotated them, and created this arch, and another one up here. And of course I had to use these corrugated sheets just to kind of hide these gaps where these roof pieces couldn't fall in. And just so it didn't look weird that I had corrugated sheets only here, I put them on other parts on the roof, so it kind of looks like they put the sheets to like patch up holes or something like that. So yeah, that's the elephant exhibit. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!